You are on India Today podcasts and you are in the sledging room.
After a frenetic and fast IPL 2024 auction, I think it's time to rewind a little bit. You know, when I was in school, when I used to come back home on an evening, there used to be those day-night matches, playing on Neo or DD.
Yes.
Neo Sports, that era.
Nimbus production. We all used to be, very excited.
Starc cricket also, yes.
Yes, Starc cricket. We all used to be very excited to, catch a game of cricket. We used to always check calendars, distribute those schedules among our friends. Like, this is an ODI, next week there is an ODI. And we all used to be very, anticipating towards an ODI. We used to come back home quickly, avoid that extra bit of snacks with friends after school and then come back home early to watch that match.
Yes.
But, half of us, at least half of so many people who follow cricket, did not know that there was an ODI match on Tuesday, December 19, right?
Okay.
Yes.
There was an ODI match.
Yes.
As journalists, we also couldn't, we allocated resources, but we couldn't spend a lot of time watching every bit of the match where Sai Sudarshan scored a 50. A lot of things happened. South Africa won. But all the attention was towards the IPL auction, IPL mini auction in Dubai. First time an IPL auction was held overseas. And it was a raging hit, right? But it has taken away the attention. Is this the new way in cricket? An international match getting sidelined for an auction. What do you guys think, Saurabh, Kingshuk? What did you feel about the auction? And, is it the new thing? Like, is the business going to dictate how cricket is viewed and watched and played?
I mean, it is dictating, right? You see how we planned this ODI series. First of all, I don't think that neither South Africa or BCCI, none of these boards are actually giving too much attention to this ODI series. I don't even know at the first place why they're playing this ODI series.
Yeah.
Because you don't have an ODI World Cup next year. So there's nothing much happening in ODIs.
Yeah.
Second, where has it happened that you are actually scheduling an IPL auction and an ODI match at about the same time?
Yeah, overlapping with each other.
And they will be broadcasted on almost the same broadcaster.
Yeah. Even the broadcasters were confused for a couple of seconds in the evening, right? Like, we were watching the IPL auction and suddenly it went off and the cricket match came.
So the moment IPL auction, they took a bit of break, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
They used to cut out to the match in South Africa.
I
we were shocked. What is this happening?
I don't think they took a break either. Like yesterday, I think Josh Hazelwood's name came up when they cut to the match and we were left confused as to, okay, what's happening with one of the best bowlers of the World Cup this year.
So,
is he
who
getting
is to
sold or
blame?
not?
Who is
no
to
one,
blame?
as in, there is no one to be blamed.
Yeah.
But it's the way it is gonna be, right? I hope during a World Test Championship final we don't schedule an IPL auction. But coming back to the IPL auction, yes, we started on a very rough note, criticizing and questioning the dynamics. But yes, it is a life-changing event for a lot of cricketers, be it the most established cricketers, be it the Samir Rizvis, the Shubham Dubes. It is life-changing, right? We saw the interview on Cricket Australia and how Spencer Johnson, the Australian quick, 28-year-old quick, he didn't have a contract last year, a professional cricket contract, and he was a gardener. And he has bagged rupees 10 crore from Gujarat Titans, a life-changing. And he's saying that I was happy to see my mother smile when I contacted her over FaceTime. Those are moments
you live for these moments, right?
Yes.
Like a lot of skeptics, a lot of critics are there for the IPL, but no one can deny the impact that it has on cricket, that it has on cricketers. It has had on cricketers and it will have on cricketers, right?
Yeah.
And of course, the biggest impact, Mitchell Starc. Yeah, when Pat Cummins was going for rupees 20.50 crore to Sunrisers Hyderabad, we all thought, okay, done deal. 20 crore mark breached for the first time in the history of the IPL auction. Did you expect it, like 20 crore mark to be breached in the mini auction yesterday? Any of you expected it?
Yeah. I mean, as we have seen, this dynamics of auction, when these mini auctions happen, you have seen players going for big money. Some players.
Yeah.
Like last time also, you saw Sam Curran went for 18.5 crores. And with Mitchell Starc being there for, he has not played IPL for last 8 years. Something like that. He played in 2015 for RCB. Yeah. And the amount of teams, you could hear that cheer when his name was announced, Mitchell Starc next, and everybody was smiling and giggling, oh my God.
Also, I did not understand why were franchises clapping when the 20 crore mark was breached. You are losing money, by the way.
No, but you're investing on
No,
something.
they're creating
Yeah,
history.
also-
If you see,
That is fine. That is fine. Let the fans clap. Why are these franchises clapping? My point is that it's a mistake the first time it happens. It's stupidity the second time. The 20 crore
Can
mark
you
was.
explain? Oh, 20 crore mark. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Why not? Pat Cummins, okay.
I hope it's not one of those leg spin, off spin, in swing, out swing explanations that you bore us with on the desk.
No, World Cup winning captain,
Yeah.
in demand player. Okay, I still think they overpaid. 20
This is for Pat Cummins.
20 crore for a player, yes, Pat Cummins, who does not really have a good T20I record, forget an IPL record. He's a great bowler. Regardless, he will always remain a great bowler. But he has proved that in the international standard of the game, especially with the red ball. But what does Pat Cummins bring to the IPL? Talent just alone cannot be a marker for 20 crore breach, right? You have to perform. You have to have the numbers. I am fine with these Samir Rizvi's, Shubham Dubey's getting the bids because the hope is that uncapped player, they will get the stage and set it on fire. Has Pat Cummins done that when he was sold for 15.5 crores to Kolkata? I would argue not.
You know, Saurabh, before heading into this auction room, audition room, see, what am I saying? Podcast room. Yeah.
Yes.
Auction room. Podcast room. We were discussing about staying away from mentioning the fandom of each of us, We were saying that it was a little repetitive over the last 2 episodes and let's not bring it. But I can't help myself to bring it up on this podcast.
Even
again.
I was about to bring it up.
Sunrisers Hyderabad fan, an Aiden Markram fan, after learning that Pat Cummins will be in the leadership group discussions, is now throwing shade at the World Cup
I
winning
never
captain.
thought about this.
But Kingsuk, you mentioned bowling, talent and all that. Why did you not bring up that captaincy part? He is a great captaincy material. Whatever he has touched has turned into gold, according to Daniel Vettori.
Definitely.
World Test Championship final, the World Cup, the ODI World Cup. A lot of us wrote off Australia, but they bounced back and went on to win that World Cup. Maybe a captaincy, if you're spending that much on a captain, it makes sense, right? Does it?
And maybe we have seen Pat Cummins as a captain. When he's the captain, his bowling is different. He steps up. You saw in the World Cup final, right? I mean, that wicket of Virat Kohli.
Yeah.
Who could forget that?
Shreyas
that
Iyer.
delivery?
The plan to Shreyas Iyer was also sensational.
He's planning with every batter, with Suryakumar Yadav. As a captain, he was on point. Everything was planned properly. When he played at World Test Championship final, obviously he's a great test bowler. He always steps up. But as a captain, he has been more than better. When he plays in England, Australia, wherever he has played, he has won Ashes. Okay?
Yeah.
And he drew that Ashes against that England's baseball hype.
Yeah.
He went to England, his team.
Almost defeated them.
Yeah. So in IPL, I can have that one point to make, which Daniel Vettori also made. That Pat Cummins has not set the season on fire, as you pointed out, but he has not been the captain, right?
Yeah.
What if he's the captain of SRH? Last time when you won an IPL, I think an Australian were leading your side. This time again.
I am not exactly getting who's playing the devil's advocate here. But I will. Anyway, my point is that I have twofold points on this. One is that it does undermine Aiden Markram's authority after just being one season as a captain.
Or can we look at it like this also? Last year, they kind of did not have a leadership group. Like, yes, Brian Lara was there, Aiden Markram was
It had a
there.
confused leadership group at
Yes.
Maybe
SRH.
getting
a lot
Pat
of decisions
Cummins,
were panned across cricket fraternity because there was too much chopping and changing after every match, whether you won it or lost it.
It looked like Brian Lara was the authority there.
Yeah,
Not
it
Aiden
looked
Markram.
like. It looked like.
Also, so my second point, which was the bigger point, was that last year, I think we came to Delhi to play DC, and Brian Lara said something weird. He said that I could not adjust to the pace of IPL. So Brian Lara at that moment gave it up, saying that I have had enough. Now, for Pat Cummins, who has been very clear about his workload, and because of that same reason, when Aaron Finch left the position, he has never taken it, by the way. Pat Cummins is not the T20I captain for Australia, and which kind of shows that he does not really want it. He does not really want that extra workload. He's fine with ODI, he's fine with Test, two of his possibly favorite formats, and he's done the job there. A reluctant captain with the Australian side, you want to bring him as a captain of the IPL side as well, which is possibly the more stressful tournament.
Definitely.
I think that's a bad call.
What about Starc? KKR spent 25% of their total purse, which is 100 crore, on one player. would you ever did you at the start of the IPL, like we pointed out yesterday, the overall purse was rupees 20 crore, around that mark. And yesterday we are seeing a player selling for 25 crore. As in, is it a right call? Can you...
No, it's not a right call.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Mitchell Starc. We all are. The skill set which he brings with him, he is one of those bowlers who has actually performed when it has mattered for Australia.
Yeah.
In World Cups, in World Test Championship, in Ashes, against India also when India have gone to play in Australia. But still, in T20 cricket, especially after Starc has actually pulled out of IPL so many times, why will you shell out so much money on just a left-arm pacer? He'll give you 4 overs. He might give you 4 very good overs. What after that? He's not an all-rounder. Yes, he can tongue the ball when he wants. He has got decent batting track record. But has he proved that track record as a batter or as a pacer in IPL also? I don't think so. He has played just 2 seasons for RCB in
Those
IPL.
2 seasons were decent.
Yeah. After that, he has either pulled out his name, and whenever he has pulled out of IPL before playing it also. So I don't understand why will you go and show that much of trust, because if you are paying 24 crores, that means that guy has to be playing your at least 11 or 12.
Every single game
he has to play.
17 matches.
And Mitchell Starc is one of those players who has always said that to manage my workload, I will sacrifice T20 leagues. I will focus on Australian cricket.
Yeah.
Yes, he has said that he'll play IPL for T20 World Cup. But how much games will be available for? Considering Australia still has a packed cricket schedule.
I just want to interject a little there. Imagine the value of the player, like you say, that he has left IPL out of his schedule to be with his family, to focus more on the red ball cricket side of his career. Imagine the value of that player, that they are willing. Even in our previous podcast, we said that Mitchell Starc was going to be the most expensive player. And he did become the most expensive player. We might not have imagined that he would have gone for 24 crores, almost double the price, the budget that LSG had. Right? But imagine...
No, see, I will interject you. The value of a player, it's always a different value. But when you come to IPL, there is no science. It's a mad day. It's a mad process where teams go according to their own budget. They actually, at times it happens, a player comes up earlier in the auction and he gets sold for a very less money.
Of course.
Later in the day, you will see teams are actually looking for some good players. They have got 30 crores. They have not bought good players. They'll go for one player. They'll go bang for one player. Like, for example, this happened with Punjab Kings. They went for Ali Russo. Yeah. I mean, IPL auction, there is no science.
Yeah. For instance,
sense.
If you look at...
There's no science, there's no sense.
Sign and sense. Okay, that's okay. But if you look at someone like Vanindu Hasranga, yes, there were injury concerns, but did you imagine that he would go for rupees 1.5 crore? As in, like you pointed out, the auction dynamics are something that is very, very, very unpredictable. But at the same time, we saw a very good video of Anil Kumble explaining that there should be separate purses for overseas and Indian players. Do you agree with that? As in, he argued...
How would that work?
He argued that, for instance, if a lot of Indian players, like the Virat Kohlis, the Bumrahs, the Rohit Sharmas, they rarely come into the auction. Most of their teams would retain them. And if you remember right, even when players were retained, even when a player of Hardik Pandya was released before IPL 2021 mega auction, there were salary caps for retention. The first player gets rupees 16 crore.
Yes.
The second player gets rupees 12 crore.
Yes.
And in one of those retentions, MS Dhoni demoted himself and gave Ravindra Jadeja the highest price, if I am not...
We know how that turned out, didn't we?
But I am mentioning that there are price caps for retained players, and most of the times they are Indian players.
Yes.
So they don't have the option to come to the auction. But even if they come, will they get this much money? So should we have a price cap? And if you look at it, if you spend rupees 25 crore on Mitchell Starc, how much can you pay the others? You might have to have trade-offs, right? For instance, Venki Mysore, after CEO, the Kolkata Knight Riders CEO, explained that we have 100 crores. Every team spends 100 crores. And it's our choice to spend it on whom we have to spend. Whether we spend 25 crores on one player or buy 3 players worth rupees 25 crore. But is that taking away the share that Indian players can get? Or is it an unfair market now? Because if Kohli comes to the auction, would he not sell for 25 crores?
If you say that, this is how auctions work. if you ask me, you can't put a cap on any overseas or uncapped when you are having an auction.
Yeah.
Either you have a draft system where you put a cap, we will have, like PSL has,
Yes.
we will have a platinum, we will have a gold bracket, we will have a silver bracket. There is a salary cap for each bracket.
Yeah.
Or you go for a transfer market, like it happens in football. But when you are having auctions, I don't agree with Anil Kumble. You can't have these salary caps. You just can't have. What is the point of having auction? Oh, you can't breach that 8 crore mark because just is an Australian player. No, you can't have that. Because you see, it's not just the Australian players who are actually getting good money. You see how the Indian uncapped players are getting good money, aren't they? Harsha Patel got 11 crores. He has not been able to perform in last 2 IPLs. Shubham Dubey got around 5 crores. Rizvi got over 8 crore rupees. Kushagar Kumar gets around 7 crore rupees. So it's not, you can't, I don't agree with that.
But if you look at this, 4 overseas players can play in a playing 11. 4 plus 7. So you spend around 50 crores on those 4 players and then manage the rest with that 7
The best thing about an auction is that...
Is that not disproportionate is what I'm asking.
That is not a deal breaker for me at all. Because IPL, this whole auction process has a drama around it. I have a 50 crore budget with me. If I decide to spend on 26 crore, 28 crores from that on just one player, that's my choice. I value him that much. And value is not tangible, right? Value cannot be tangible. It depends on what I need, especially.
Yeah. When it comes to auction dynamics, yes, it's like that.
Exactly. And from there, I am at a disadvantage if I want to add 10 more players in my team. So this is just from my side. The others are playing with me as well, right? We saw Delhi Capitals yesterday trying to raise a budget up. We saw Bombay yesterday to try and raise a budget up. Franchises do these things. And this is what makes the IPL auction special. I agree with Saurav when he says that maybe transfer market, the Premier League transfer market or the football transfer market is a great idea. That has its own drama as well. But would you argue there that somebody like Cristiano Ronaldo, when he was valued at 100 million to Juve, other youngsters from England are not of that value? You could argue, but it does add to the drama of the footballing year.
And you know what?
No, what I'm saying is that is there a level playing field? Yes, players like the Virat Kohlis can opt to come to the auction.
But
if you look at it, like R. Ashwin pointed out in his video, like some of these fast bowlers, especially who are in demand. Fast bowlers are always in demand, all-rounders. They target these mini auctions. They skip the mega auctions.
Yes.
When you know that, okay, everybody has a large purse, everybody has a lot of names on their shopping list, so they know they stay away. Okay, I'm not coming here. But they come to the mini auction when they know that this teams like KKR are willing to go big for that one slot. That's also a smart tactic. But I still think I agree with Anil Kumble if you ask me that, okay, have a cap for overseas players.
In auctions, how can you have a cap? I don't understand that idea of having a cap when you are having an auction. Because an auction means a free will about going towards a player if you have the money. As simple as that.
Yeah.
If I have the money, if I have the will, I will go and bid as much as I can.
Yeah.
If there's somebody else is bidding. Otherwise, I will get that player for 40 lakh.
So a simple thing to do is, yesterday what happened with these top World Cup stars, Omar Zai, for example, 50 lakh, Gujarat said, nobody gave a bit further. If you value your player to be that high, you go for him and you are allowed to go for him as much as you want. The choice lays with the team itself.
Yeah.
If you want to pay, if you don't want to pay. And the money is theirs own.
And you know what? Whatever you do at auction, this does not guarantee your success in the
At all, yes.
If you look at the first IPL, Shane Warne's name was the first to be picked up.
Yes.
Rajasthan Royals picked him up. Nobody was giving him that bait because he had retired about 1.5 years ago.
Yes.
That man led a Rajasthan Royals full of youngsters.
Yeah.
Youngsters like Ravindra Jadeja.
In the second auction.
Which
happened later on.
Yes. Yeah. So basically, this auction, whatever happens on that auction pool is something which I have told, you have told. There is no sense or science to it. You can't actually break down the dynamics of an auction.
Yeah.
Even the people who are representing those franchises, Saurav only, he said, we don't know what will happen.
Yeah.
We will have plan A, plan B, plan C. If we can't get this player, we will go for this player. If we can't break it, so this is what happens. Like they could not get Dale Mitchell. He came out openly and said, I was disappointed at not getting Dale Mitchell, but we got 90% of the players we wanted.
If someone can, decode that science of the auction that you were talking about, please give it to RCB before every season.
I think even then they will pakka fluff it up.
Yeah.
They're
But,
RCB.
Saurabh, I know you mentioned that briefly. You know, we are talking about the Mitchell Starcs, the Pat Cummins, the Spencer Johnsons, but there were a lot of young Indian names
Yes.
who got sold. You know, IPL as in what is IPL's mantra when it started? Providing platform to talent.
Where talent brings
meets-
opportunity.
Talent
Yes.
meets opportunity.
Yes,
So that
yes.
was a good thing. And then you spoke to Samir Rizvi yesterday,
Yes.
the wicketkeeper from the hard-hitting batter from
Yes,
Uttar Pradesh,
yes.
who has signed up for Chennai Super Kings. Sort of before we get there, can you just give the top 4, 3,
Yeah,
5
see, Samir
names?
Rizvi
Yeah,
has been bought by Chennai Super Kings for rupees 8.4 crore. Massive amount for him, and he's
Yeah.
a very good pick.
yeah,
The way he has performed, he's a hard hitter of the ball.
yeah.
Then you have got Shah Rukh Khan,
Yes.
the guy who was, I think, released by Punjab Kings.
Yeah.
He has been bought by Gujarat Titans for rupees 7.4 crore. We all know what he's capable of.
Yeah.
And he has this bowling skill also. He has
Yes.
proved in TNPL.
Yeah.
Although we are still to see how he performs as a bowler in IPL. He has not
Yes.
got that chance. Then you've got Kumar Kushagra,
Yes.
the young wicket keeper
From
from Jharkhand.
yes.
The left,
Jharkhand.
I think he's a left-hand batter.
Yeah.
Why
He's a
did
wicket
Delhi
keeper.
buy him? Shouldn't CSK have gone for Kumar Kushagra?
I think
but
Saurav
Saurav
Ganguly,
Ganguly, in fact,
Ganguly
yeah.
had picked him, had
Scouted
handpicked
him.
him. Yeah, scouted him. And he had went and told Kumar Kushagra and his father.
Yeah.
There are media reports that he had gone and told his father
Yeah.
that Delhi are going to at least bid 10 crore for him if they need.
Yeah, there's a lovely piece from our ex-colleague
Yeah.
on Indian Express. If you can read that.
Yeah.
On Kumar Kushagra.
And
that was
then we have Shubham Dubey.
Yeah.
He was bought by Rajasthan Royals for 5.8 crore. He's also a left-hand batter. He is known to be a very good lower middle order batter. He can finish the games.
Yes.
He's a hard hitter. And then obviously, the guy who was hit for 5 sixes. How can you forget that guy? Yash Dayal.
Yeah. when you talk about auction dynamics there, we saw that social
Yeah.
media post. The guy who hit the 5 sixes is getting 55 lakhs
Yeah.
from KKR. The guy who got hit for 5 sixes, she's going to get 5 crore.
But you know, the guy who hit 5 sixes
Yeah.
is now with the Indian team.
Yeah.
He's becoming a regular part of Indian team. He's going to get more opportunities.
And also, if they opt to retain him next year, that's some big amount of money.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Or if they release him next year, that's possibly even bigger amount of money.
So, that as you pointed out earlier, that IPL is a place where talent meets opportunity.
Yeah.
So it's not just about being bought for some amount and spending.
course.
You have to
It's about-
perform
yes.
and keep going forward. You have
Definitely.
to keep stepping up.
Take Hardik Pandya's case for instance.
Hardik
And
Pandya.
also,
20 lakhs when he was
Yeah,
sold.
yeah,
or 10
yeah.
lakhs.
And also-
2016, I think.
2016.
I just want to point out
2015.
2015.
that this is what IPL brings. For Yash Dayal, this is a second chance.
Yes.
And that is very important.
Yeah.
Like we are
And it
all,
was
we,
not, as in, he has been performing well in domestic
And you
cricket
know,
after that.
why are people ridiculing Yash Dayal?
Yeah.
A Stuart Broad was hit for 6 sixes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Look at what he went on to become.
it
600
happens.
test.
Yeah, I mean, how many bowlers have picked up, fast bowlers have picked up 600 test
Yeah.
wickets? So please,
Yeah.
let the man have a breather. He has got his chance. He did not ask for 5 crores.
And also,
Definitely.
let's not troll him for
No,
that.
nobody
right?
should troll him.
Yeah.
He was there doing a job for his team when he was bowling that over. Rinku Singh was a better man on the field that day.
Yeah.
He hit 5 sixes. Good for Rinku Singh, good for KKR.
Yeah.
Gujarat Titans did not retain him. Now he has got a chance for RCB. He will perform if he can.
Yeah.
Let's give him that opportunity. IPL has given him, life has given him that opportunity.
Also, I just want to ask Akshay this once a little bit.
Yeah.
Samir Rizvi is being touted by the Indian scouts as the right-handed Suresh Raina.
It's a
How
big,
does
big,
that
big
make
call.
you feel?
Right-handed Suresh Raina playing for Chennai Super Kings. Hopefully he gets chances because in the past, young players who have gotten opportunities with Chennai Super Kings have warmed benches for 2-3 seasons. But if you're paying 8.4 crore, I think he will be in Super Kings plans. If they're looking for a proper Ambati Raidu alternate, a young blood there.
X Factor.
X Factor. He's 21 years old?
Not even that, I think. I think
20
he's
years
20.
old. 20 years old, Samir Rizvi. So he will get a good opportunity. And I'm also excited to see how Kumar Kushagra performs for Delhi Capitals. And Arshin Kulkarni,
Arshin
that
Kulkarni.
under 19
He just he was sold for 20 lakhs to
20
LSG.
lakhs. Like you said, it's a very good point. It's not about the price tag, but what you get when you get that opportunity to play in front of so many people
See,
watching you.
If I'm a young player, if I'm an uncapped player,
Yeah.
getting this, whatever money I get, if I get a chance to play for any of these franchises,
Yeah.
and I will try to make the most of every opportunity I get.
I think most players think that.
Yes.
way. Yeah.
You just go and perform.
Yeah.
If you keep performing, you might get good money and you might get picked for Indian team. What bigger than representing the Indian team?
Yeah.
And also, I just wanted to say that, like, do players get jealous of each other that, oh, you are earning this much money and I'm not? And does that make Kumble say that Indian players should have a different purse and overseas a different purse altogether?
I'm not sure. As in, there were rumors about Bumrah not being happy when Hardik Pandya came back. There were rumors about Surya Kumar not being happy. As in, unverified rumors, we can't like you pointed out, it might have been an ankle sprain or it might have been anything. But there are rumors. But I don't know. It might happen,
for example, if
or might not happen.
Yeah. For example, if you take this IPL auction, so Mitchell Starc and I think Pat Cummins, they are the two most expensive players of this auction.
Yeah.
They have gone to two teams, SRH and
KKR.
KKR. Both of these teams, especially KKR, has a lot of Indian talent, but apart from Sher Sayyed, there is no big name to be said.
Correct.
SRH does not have any big name.
Yeah.
So
Not gonna
I
lie.
don't think so that if that jealous factor comes in, that would affect the team combination. If you have a star Indian player who is getting less money than you at the same team,
Yeah.
why will Jasprit Bumrah be jealous of Mitchell Starc, who is playing for KKR? Bumrah knows what he is capable of, what he is getting in Indian cricket. So I don't think he will be
I
jealous
don't think this jealousy factor will be there. But
No.
I don't know. As in, it might not be there.
Players who have not been picked up. For example, Phil Salt was very disappointed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That disappointment might be
Yeah,
there.
disappointment is a different thing.
Could you elaborate a little on Phil Salt, a former DC player?
Yeah. So Phil Salt,
Yeah.
he played for Delhi Capitals. He was bought for rupees 1 crore in IPL 23 auctions. He played a couple of good innings for us.
Yeah.
I don't know why he was released. Did he ask for it, or did the team did not think he will be fit enough for our team?
Yeah.
But when he went to that auction pool with a base price of rupees 1.5 crore,
Yeah.
before the auction, a couple of days before that auction, he scored a brilliant 100 against West Indies, a match-winning 100.
Yeah.
And then guy goes unsold, no bids at all. He was not even picked in that acceleration round. He was not there, accelerated round. Then the night after the IPL auction, he again goes
off the IPL auction.
Yeah. He again scores 100 against West Indies.
Yeah.
And then he was asked, "You were not picked in the IPL auction." He's like, "I'm shocked. I was expecting at least to be picked. If not for the money, he was expecting to be playing this IPL league in upcoming next season." So, as I have said, I will come out again to that point. There is no one who can explain how the dynamics work in IPL auction.
Especially when it
Talking
comes to
about-
Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Talking about disappointments, let's clear it out that Mumbai Indians have confirmed that Rohit Sharma will be an integral part of their team for the next season, and it was a tough and emotional decision from them, but they had to take it. And but if you look at how Mumbai performed in the auctions, coming here, I would put this as a question to both of you, Saurabh and Kingshuk. Can you give me one team that did well according to you and one team that didn't do well according to you in the IPL auction?
I was very surprised to see SRS doing great at IPL auction. Yes, they did overpay for a certain Pat Cummins, but apart from that,
Yeah.
they got a Travis Head for around 6 crore,
6.8.
6.8, and then they got a Varindu Hasranga for rupees
5 crore.
5 crores.
Base price.
I mean,
Hasaranga.
Varindu Hasranga, even if he's not fit enough right now, they have 4 months to the next season of IPL. That guy can give you a lot of things. That team, SRH, as a team, has always had their ups and downs when it comes to auction. They overpaid for Harry Brook, who did not perform because he was not played according to the role he has been playing for England. Right. Now, when you come to the SRH team, they have actually done very good by the logic that, yes, they got these 3 very good picks. Pat Cummins overpay, but he's a very good player.
Yeah.
And he might perform.
Yes.
Got Manindu Hasranga.
Jaydev Uncapped for rupees 1.6 crore.
And then I was very happy with, I think, their last pick. I don't remember the guy's name.
Jadavet Subramaniam.
Jadavev Subramaniam.
Yeah.
He's an uncapped player.
Yeah.
But if any of you follow TNPL, he has been a great performer at TNPL. He's kind of a mystery spinner also.
Rupees 20 lakh.
20 lakh rupees you get that player.
Yeah.
And I mean, you must have done some good scouting for that player.
Definitely.
Which SRS is not famous for, by the way.
And like you pointed out before we entered this room, Saurabh, a lot of teams, earlier it used to be Mumbai Indians and a couple of other franchises, understanding the importance of scouting, right?
Yes.
But
yes.
these days, the names that are being thrown up on the big screen, a lot of teams are, passionately, as in, I've understood the importance of scouting, and they are seeing it as an integral part and not something extra that they can do when they head into an IPL season,
Yeah.
right?
Now I think before every IPL auction,
Yeah.
they have their scouts at work.
Yeah.
I don't think it's just scouting. If you see the players that have been picked up, TNPL broadcasted on Star,
Yes.
UP T20 League broadcasted on Geo Cinema.
Yeah.
I think for these T20 format players to come up, this is a very important thing for all the states out there.
If you look at the cycle, I think the regional language commentary also helps a lot,
very
in
much.
getting that broadcast to nooks and corner of the country where all of us might not understand English or might not understand Hindi. Those regional language commentary has really helped.
And they click also with
So
the
basically,
with the local people,
You have
right?
to say kudos to BCCI.
Of course.
And promoting local.
But these are private leagues though.
But
Of
BCCI
course,
obviously has backed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
you
course.
can't run a league in India without BCCI's approval, right?
Yes.
And these leagues being broadcasted on Geo Cinema or Star Sports or wherever they are broadcasted, it's a very good sign that now cricket, wherever you play a cricket game, it will be broadcasted across India.
Yeah.
Correct.
So a guy who is playing in TNPL in Chennai a guy who's sitting in Jammu Kashmir can watch that game and see, oh, this guy is playing. TNPL is also gaining that traction.
Yeah.
We are also getting to know, like for example, Varun Chakravarti came from TNPL, Shah Rukh Khan came from TNPL. All these players, you see.
Yeah, and also it has become important. Say somebody like Samir Rizvi. He has played, I think, 2 first-class matches and about 10 games in the List A format. But his UP T20 was given so much, weightage that 455 odd runs that he scored, 2 centuries and a 50, that gets him to that 8.4 crore bid for CSK. And I think that is essentially what other states that can afford to have these leagues should also follow.
Yeah. And Saurabh was, finishing SRH and we went
we
other
went
track
sideways.
and,
And if
now,
you-
Saurabh, take
Worst
a
team,
minute to,
worst
bring
team now.
yourself
Yeah,
back.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
I think
But, before you go there, one more interruption. I wanted to make this point about SRH. They were for a couple of years, they were without Rashid Khan, right? They were looking for a replacement for that leg spinner from Afghanistan. And then I think they have finally found that in Vanindu, who can do similar things on such pitches.
It was most definitely smart work. Last year, what SRH's problem was also that they did not find replacements for player.
Yeah.
Like Harry Brook, if he went out, then an Indian replacement, Abdul Samad, would come in. This time, it's not needed.
Yeah.
They have got Travis Head, Heinrich Klaassen, Glenn Phillips, Aiden Markram, that can't all play together.
And they have found a replacement for the captain as well.
I think Akshay is
Whatever, man.
hell-bent on
He's
bringing
hell-bent on getting
bringing
into Pat Cummins.
Yeah.
Where is the shame, man? And also, I just wanted to say about the Pat Cummins point that Saurav and you both are making. SRH could go for Pat Cummins because I don't think in their wildest dreams they would have imagined to get Travis Head under 10 crore.
Yes.
That's a lot of free budget for them with, I think, 38, 39
Travis
crores that
Head
they came
and
in.
Mahindu Hasranga. I mean, you get 2 players for 10 crores. 2 world-class players.
5.5 crores, if I'm not wrong. 6.8
6.8 plus 1.5.
8 crores.
7.5 crores, something around that.
Yeah.
I mean, where will you get
2 champion players.
where you have an Aljari Joseph getting sold for 11 crores and Harsha Patel getting sold for 11 point something crore.
And that is essentially the beauty of the auction, right? And from there, like Saurav also points out, that a good auction does not guarantee you a good tournament. So I'm not saying that we will see RCB absolutely go on a record-shattering run or whatever, but you can always tell that this is not the end. There is a lot of work to be done in the build-up to the tournament and in the tournament
But
as
the
well.
vice versa is true. If you don't have a good auction, you're unlikely, very unlikely to have a good season, is what I
for
believe.
Mumbai Indians are a prime example. What happened with them last season?
Jofra Archer.
Yeah, they went for Jofra Archer in 2022 season.
But that is an insane call, right? That's an exceptional call that you knew that your player was not going to be available to play the tournament,
Mumbai Indians-
yet you bought him.
But Mumbai Indians are known for these kind of calls. They have actually taken their bits and it has paid off them. Like, it has also not paid off them. For example, if you guys remember, there was a South African player who just hit 1 century, Richard Levy. And they went and bought that guy. And then Dale Steyn came. He ruined his career, cleaned him up on the first ball, and there was no Richard Levy to be seen of from this one. By the way, should I come to my point?
Please. Let's give the listeners and the viewers also a little bit of direction. Saurabh was talking about his best performing IPL team in the auction and worst performing IPL team, which he will come to now.
Yeah. So as I pointed out, why will you go and buy an Alzari Joseph for 11 crores? I mean, you did not bid for Gerald Coetzee. You did not bid for Karthik Tyagi.
Yeah.
And then, for all that I have said in support of Yash Dayal,
Yeah.
he does not deserve 5 crore.
Yeah.
Not now. After what his performance was in IPL
Yeah.
2023 for Gujarat Titans.
Yeah.
I mean, you should have gone for actually very, very good players. They actually tried to...
No, they went for Pat Cummins. They didn't get him. So I think
Yeah,
they became nervous. What if we don't get a good overseas
why?
quick?
Because what I have seen, RCB fans are the most active. Isala Cup naam, then all that goes up on social media.
Yeah.
Former Karnataka pacer, former India pacer, Doda Ganesh always comes out and pans the RCB team management. And we saw that there were questions raised on Mike Hesson and his regime last time. Now that the regime has changed, Andy Flower is the head coach, Muba Bhatt is the director of cricket operations, but the auction strategy has gone a bit lower now.
Yeah.
Abysmal.
Abysmal.
Absolutely abysmal.
And
is
second,
what you can
I have
say.
one more team.
Keep it parliamentary.
I have one more team.
Yeah.
Punjab Kings.
Wow.
I mean, did they actually plan anything?
Watchers for the first half of the auction yesterday, just to put in context,
Yeah.
they just looked everywhere.
Yeah.
So they bought Harshal Patel.
Yeah.
Okay? I can understand he has been an orange, purple cap winner in IPL 2 seasons back. Decent pick, 11 crores. Okay, you paid overpaid for him, but decent pick. Then you go and buy Chris Wokes. Okay, I understand Chris Wokes' expenditure also, but after that you go on a silence. You do not buy, you do not bid for anyone.
Yeah.
You just go on a bidding spree after that uncapped players come. And what I personally did not like was, so they bid for a player called Shashank Singh.
Yes.
Then they tried to withdraw that bid.
Yeah.
But by then, the auctioneer had sold the player to Punjab Kings, and they were not very happy with that decision.
Yeah.
I mean, please don't show that disrespect to a young player when you are actually... Either you don't go for that player, or you just don't go.
But you know what? But you
What
need
exactly
that,
happened?
You need that Punjab Kings popcorn
Ah.
to make an IPL special.
Yeah.
As in, every time we expect either SRH or Punjab Kings to spend huge on some player and then regret it. You know, those are aspects of IPL auction that we are getting used to. We know the storylines in the IPL auction. We can't predict the prices, but you know, CSK will not go for a lot of players at the start. MI will have very less money.
But this auction changed a lot of...
CSK shocked me yesterday. Daryl
Give
Mitchell.
your pick then when you're
Okay.
when you're
Fair,
going
fair.
there.
So
Give your pick.
Now Kingshuk will put his views
Yeah.
on his best team in IPL auction, how they performed, and worst team.
Yeah.
I think SRH for me, definitely.
Best. Yeah, you are
SRH
best
for
or
me,
worst?
definitely. Best. Filled up all of their bases. Finally, possibly got a decent replacement for Rashid Khan. Have a well-rounded team. Overpaid for Pat Cummins, but did not miss on any of their targets,
Yes.
more importantly.
Yes.
That's essentially what matters in an IPL auction. Don't miss out on your targets. Worst team, RCB, did not know what they were going for, did not have the conviction to go for the players that they really, really wanted.
Yeah.
You go for Pat Cummins, buy him. They came into the auction knowing very well that they needed a bowling unit rehaul. They did not manage to do it. And today morning, in their press release, they have made a very odd statement as to how they have revamped the bowling side for their home games.
To suit their home condition.
Yeah.
How is
What does that even
How
mean?
is that bowling attack suited to Chinnaswamy?
No, you don't need a bowling attack at Chinnaswamy. That is what they are meaning, right?
So you can ask
you
a
bowl
few places, Virat
Yeah.
Kohli, Grail Maxwell to bowl all 20 overs.
You bowl anything, you're going to get hit for 200 plus runs there. So probably don't spend a lot on your bowlers and back your batting firepower.
That is essentially what I mean, because I am not considering teams that had very less budget, say LSG, Rajasthan Royals. They had most of their teams set. Even I thought Gujarat Giants had a great auction. Gujarat Titans had a great auction.
Gujarat Giants,
Because
WPL team.
WPL team, yeah. Because they had the money to go for people. They decided, why do we need it? Because we already have an extremely set core. We just need fringe players. And I think they lucked out for Azmatullah Omarzai.
Yes.
They did not think that they would get him for 50 lakhs.
Akshay, what is your pick on the best auction team and worst auction team?
See, I would definitely rate Gujarat Titans as the best auction team. Like
Not
we
Chennai
were
Super
discussing.
Kings?
No, we were discussing. Yes, Chennai Super
For a
Kings,
change.
good. But 14 crore for Daryl Mitchell, I would question that. Yes, he was a very good utility player. But do you have space for him? What will you do with... Are you spending so much on a backup, or will you ask Moeen Ali to not play? There are a lot of questions. But Gujarat Titans clarity. We discussed in the previous episode of Sledging Room that whether Gujarat Titans need a replacement for Hardik Pandya. If you look at the way they went, they did not go for an all-rounder.
Yes.
They did not break their bank for an all-rounder despite trading Hardik Pandya. Whom did they get? Shah Rukh Khan, a proper hitter who can do what Hardik Pandya does. Not at that proven level, but he is capable of getting those big hits. What did they do? Bought Umesh Yadav to pair with Shami and Mohit Sharma, the 2015 World Cup unit.
India's World Cup lineup
Yes,
for
and
2015.
Umesh Yadav can be good, can be lethal in those conditions. We have always seen in Gujarat, late in the evening, it swings.
Swings. For the
It
first
swings.
overs, it properly swings.
Yes, Shami has done well. So Umesh, they got it spot on. And they went big on an overseas quick, Spencer Johnson, who can be, a proper 150, 145 pacer. And they also got a good backup wicketkeeper for Riddhiman Saha and Matthew Wade, Robin Mintz. And they also got, like you said, Azmatullah Omarzai and Karthik Tyagi. Karthik
Tyagi was a
Tyagi
steal.
at that
And
price,
Omarzai was- these two were
60
steal.
lakhs for Karthik Tyagi.
And they always have this knack to grab these India players who they think that they can work on.
Definitely.
India and Afghanistan players.
Yes.
Afghanistan players to has
And
come
let's not discount the role of the director of cricket.
Vikram Solanki.
Vikram Solanki.
Yes,
No,
yes.
What a genius.
When we spoke to Sai Sudarshan, he said it was Solanki who gave him that county opportunity. At 21, 22, you give a player a county opportunity. So they are picking these players. Karthik Tyagi toured with India to that historic series
In Australia.
when we defeated Australia in Gaba. He was recognized as a talent, so he played as a net bowler for all those 5 tests. And I think he was the only guy who didn't get a chance to play in that playing 11
Failed to
after
make a debut.
everybody got injured. So he is a great talent, and Gujarat Titans, I think, have done well to, fill their slots while resisting the temptation to replace Hardik Pandya with Hardik Pandya.
That is a very good point.
And I can't disagree with you guys. We started Sledging Room saying that there will be sledging, boxing and all that. But we all have to agree on this.
RCB is one team that unites everyone, right?
Yes. Yeah. You know why? More importantly, they released Vanindu Hasaranga and they don't have a spinner.
So,
They have
put-
Khan Sharma and they
they
traded
got
Mayank Dagar, whom they traded from Delhi Capitals. These
No,
are the two
from
spinners
Sunrisers
for them.
Hyderabad.
From Sunrisers Hyderabad and Glenn Maxwell.
To put into context, RCB's bowling unit last season, they had a Jose Hazelwood.
Yes.
They had a Harshal Patel.
Yeah.
Mohammad Siraj.
Yeah.
Vanindu Hasaranga.
David Willey also.
David Willey was there.
Yeah.
Now, they got Aljari Joseph.
Yeah.
Lockie Ferguson.
Yeah.
Who is their spinner? I don't know.
Khan
You know?
Sharma.
Karan Sharma.
Yeah.
Okay, Karan Sharma has been lucky for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
Apart from RCB.
Yeah. Are they banking big on Glenn Maxwell? I don't know. They can't do that. They possibly...
I
no
think they
IPL
are.
team will think on those lines.
I think RCB can think of any lines.
Yeah. But they have a good pacer, Akash Deep.
They've got a good pacer, Vijay Vashak Kumar also.
Yeah.
But those good pacers have actually leaked a lot of runs.
Yes.
Wherever
And
they
it's
play. Not just Chinnaswamy.
Like you said, they need experience in a ground like Chinnaswamy, right?
This feels exactly
Siraj-
like how the SRH bowling lineup was last season.
Yeah. But
Promising.
no, they had Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Let's not compare SRH.
No.
bowling
What
lineup
I'm
to-
saying is that these young players might come in with a lot of talent, but they will not have the experience to go through 14 matches, 2 months of the season, right? And I am 100%. I think there will be visible confusion when RCB name their lineup for the first match. That is what essentially.
they have their in-swinging menace. Don't forget that. Virat Kohli. they might give him... No, I'm just joking. So, but let's also ask our readers and listeners and viewers about their picks. I'm not going to ask them about the worst pick. I think we all will agree that RCB...
Even the RCB fans will agree.
Yeah.
for
If
once.
any Chennai Super Kings fans are watching or listening to this, you can back
R-
your team.
RCB fans,
And-
please tell us in the comments that where did we go wrong? Do you think that you guys actually did well in the IPL auction? We are open for feedback.
Yeah.
Please give it to us.
Talking about feedbacks, I think we have got an interesting feedback for our last episode from someone called Abhishek Aneja. He's saying that hope this season will be rocking too. You all are very good, including the new entrant. I think he's talking about Kingshuk. He is getting a compliment here. And also, by the way, say hi to Rajashri from my side. I had no idea I would become his fan after watching just 3 episodes. Rajashri, if you're listening to this, you have a new fan. And if you guys, these kind of feedbacks, keep us going, and we
Yes,
live for
yes.
these feedbacks. Like everybody, like whenever we come here, we do a lot of work. This is part of our job. We do report, we do write stories, and these kind of motivation help us a lot. And please keep sending your feedbacks. Please comment on YouTube wherever you're watching this, and please give us your ratings on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. And about that number that has to be given, you can also send your feedback to 8588966996. I tried to memorize this before heading into this podcast room, but it'll need a couple more episodes before I can, spell it out without seeing my phone. Thank you. Have a great day. That's it from us in this episode of Sledging Room Podcast.
You are on India Today Podcasts, and you are in the Sledging Room.